Waitress slips a note to a couple on their way out and they act immediately. Today all you ever see on the news or stories about tragedies, there are people shooting each other, assaulting each other, lying, cheating, and overall just treating each other badly. There are some stories though that are not like that. There are some stories that give you hope and inspiration. Some people are generally good, and there are times when there are stories about these people in the news. Hurricane Harvey started on August 17, 2017 and its winds and rain continued until September 2, 2017. During that time, it dumped a shocking 40 inches of rain on the greater Houston area over the course of just 4 days. The storm broke records. It caused devastating floods and forced thousands of people out of their homes. Among the people who were caught in the hurricane were Carlos Sepeda Jr., his wife Tammy, and their children. Before the storm hit, they moved all of their belongings up onto tables and onto bats. Unfortunately, that did not help. The water continued to rise, so high that it covered the roof of their cars during such a bad time in their life. The family still found a silver lining, and that silver lining was named Mary Golf. This is the story of the day a waitress secretly slipped a couple a note on their way out, and as they read the words they realized they needed to act immediately. When the floodwaters took over Tammy and Carlos's home, they drove north for hours to Tammy's mother's house, hoping to escape the storm. When they got there, her mother took them to get some food at Sam's restaurant in Fairfield, which is just east of Waco. While the family was sitting down and eating at the restaurant, they were talking about the hurricane. Their waitress, Mary, heard them talking and she listened to their sad story. She had seen the news stories about the storm on television and she wanted to do something to help. Each time Mary brought a drink or a dish to the table, she spoke with the family about what they'd gone through. Her heart went out to them. She couldn't imagine leaving everything behind to drive miles and miles just to escape a storm. She couldn't imagine how it would feel to lose her home and everything inside it. While her heart went out to this family, she felt incredibly blessed that she still had a home to go to. After work, clean clothes to change into, she thought about how long this family would be homeless without anything but the clothes on their backs. Before the couple left, she wrote a note on a blank guest check as the family was leaving. Mary said goodbye and good luck. And she handed Tammy the note. The family went out to the parking lot to get into the car so that they could go back to Tammy's mother's house. Before they pulled out of the parking lot, Tammy opened up the note and it read, "This isn't much compared to your loss. Buy yourself something special. God bless. My prayers are with you." Signed Mary. Wrapped up inside the note was a $100 bill. Tammy's eyes started to fill with tears. It was the first good thing that had happened to her family since the hurricane hit, but she knew that she just couldn't take this woman's money. She was living on a waitress salary and she knew that that was way too much money for her to afford. Tammy went back into the restaurant with a note. She thanked Mary and gave her a hug. She then told her that she could not take that money. She explained that $100 was way too much and she didn't feel right about taking it. Mary took the money and she put it back in Tammy's hands. She told her that she wished that she could have given Tammy and her family much more. She told her that she had prayed on her decision to give the family this money and she felt right about doing it. She believed God wanted her to give the money to this family who needed every little bit they could get. Tammy finally agreed to take the money. Mary then told Tammy that she had a kitchen table and chairs and storage that she no longer needed and she wanted Tammy and her family to have them. She told them that it could be the first step in refurnishing their home when they were able to go back. Tammy couldn't believe how kind Mary was and the nice things that she was doing for a family of complete strangers. It was the first time that Tammy felt a gleam of hope during such a dark time in her family's life. Tammy was so grateful for Mary and so impressed with her generosity. And she wanted people to know about it. She took a photo of the note that Mary had given her, as well as the money. She wanted the world to know about Mary's kind gesture. It didn't take long before the story went viral. People wanted to share the story to let their friends know that there were good people in the world. Within the first few days, the post was shared over 29,000 times. Within a week, the post had 1.5 million likes. People all over the world were moved by Mary's kindness. It's not often that you see what the kindness of strangers. It really looks like on the day Tammy and her family saw what I truly meant. Tammy wanted everyone to know that there were nice people in the world who would sacrifice for those in need the way that Tammy's family was in need during the hurricane. The Sepeda family. They may have lost everything that they owned, but there was something that they gained: hope in humanity. This small gift from a stranger in a comfort food restaurant showed Tammy, Carlos, and their children that there is still good in the world. Subscribe for more.